Today is June 18th. It's about 12:30. Um, Today would have been the 5-year anniversary of my proposal to the most amazing, beautiful, kind woman I have ever met. Um, I say would have because exactly 3 months ago, she left and broke off our engagement. Um, some people might ask, why such a long engagement? And the answer to that is it is my fault because I was not willing to put in the effort needed to build a life with somebody. And instead, I would just get defensive, and because I hated the fact that I wasn't willing to do that work. Um, so 3 months ago, I was told by her that she would like to take a break. Um, and then that break turned into a, a break up. Um, and I reacted really well. Um, just kidding. Um, I reacted very poorly. Um, I reacted with a lot of knee jerk reactions, a lot of emotions. I was sad. I was angry. Um, and yeah, the reason why she left is what hurts the most because it was all my fault. Um, I haven't been myself for the last 2 years, and that's neither here nor there. But I had lost connection to my faith. I lost connection to myself, and in doing that, I had lost connection to my spouse. Um, and rather than listening to when she would tell me what was going wrong, what she needed, I would react with defensiveness and anger because I was overstimulated. I was not reacting well, and I wasn't being the man that I should have been. Um, I was extremely angry all of the time, and I that would lead to me being very overstimulated a lot, and I didn't I didn't know I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't communicate that. Instead, I would just take whatever excited energy was being given to me, and I would spit it back out as anger. Um, and I was really stubborn as well in a lot of ways. Didn't I didn't make her feel like she could share things with me. I didn't make her feel safe being vulnerable with me. I used to be. We were together for 8 years. And so I I used to be that safe place. And I don't know when that stopped, but it did. Um, and I found out that my faith in Christ was not built on a foundation of rock, but it was built on a foundation of sand. And I, when I was told that we were upgrading our break to a break up, I went upstairs and I had so many emotions inside of me. I went over to a mirror and I just punched it. I punched it as hard as I could, and I just shattered it, just completely split open my hand. Um, and for a moment, in the shattered shards of glass that were spilling onto the floor with my own blood, I could see myself shattered and broken into all these pieces. And I realized that I was everything that she said I was. And I was not a man who I would want my children to look up to. And the realization that hurt the most was about 2 months in, when I realized easy, how incredibly easy it was to start making the changes necessary to have been the man that I wanted to be. I I course corrected pretty quickly, and I completely dove into my faith and began the most difficult 3 months of journey towards surrender in all aspects of my life. And surrender to God is the most difficult thing that I have ever done in my entire life. I realized that I had a lot of issues with control. Go figure. Um, and I wanted to be in control of my life. I didn't feel comfortable letting God take care of me, take care of everything that was in my mind, in my life. I was striving towards my own goals, towards earthly things. And every time I would get that little glimpse or taste of the spirit, I would become afraid, because that calling meant that I had to actually put in the effort. And that was really scary to me because I was comfortable. I was comfortable in my life. I was comfortable living in my parents' house. I was comfortable living with my fiance. And thinking that if I just didn't think about it for long enough, everything would just work out. And I didn't have to put in any more effort. I didn't have to strive for anything more. And I didn't realize how much striving builds happiness and agreement and alignment. And I didn't realize that. Um, I, during the process, I made a lot of mistakes. I said a lot of things that I regret now. Also, said a lot of things that I don't regret. Um, and I, over a little under half of my closest friends refuse to talk to me anymore over this. They've chosen sides and they've decided that my side is not the one they'd like to be on. And I don't blame them because I wasn't showing up as a man that I should have been. So after 3 months of incredibly difficult surrender and praying and fasting and going back and forth between anger and hopefulness and reaching out way too many times, sending just one more text. I watched those 8 years of joyful experiences turn into almost half my life of pain. Realizing that if I had just surrendered to my faith earlier, if I had done the hard work, if I had done the labor, if I had listened and not gotten so angry and so defensive, I wouldn't be here. But I also would never have changed if this didn't happen. There is a quote by Charles Spurgeon, and he says, "I kiss the wave that bashes me against the rock." And I feel that. I understand. I'm thankful for the shakeup because it has allowed me to find a man who feels unrecognizable from where I used to be. A man who's 40 pounds lighter, a man who's secure in his faith, a man who's prepared to do the difficult things for the pursuit of my calling. And so it needed to happen. And I hope there's I hope that there is a future that involves us later. But I know that it's not now because I am not the man that she deserves. So, all that to say, if you are in a difficult season right now, I can tell you with certainty that there is one thing that helps. It is finding solace in the Lord, in Jesus Christ. There's nothing else that helps, at least not for me. If you can find it, that's good for you. But I'm of the belief that this is the way through these really difficult seasons. If you find yourself there, it is so worth it to take your energy and your effort and to focus it inward on yourself to improve who you are, because the bottom line is that you are never going to be the person that you want to be. You're always going to be striving, you're always going to be reaching and trying to better yourself. And if you're in that difficult season, take some solace in the fact that there's a lot of good that can come from a really, really difficult season. A blade that has never felt a stone can never be sharp. There is always so much pain that is involved with becoming the best version of yourself, or a better version of yourself. And so when you're feeling like it's just not worth it, like every single place that you turn, there's just another setback, there's no movement, there's just pain, there's just a deep pain that you can't figure out. It's so much easier said than done, but taking that and taking solace in the fact that it will eventually be used for good. All of that pain works out to make you better in the process. And trust me, I know that doesn't help. But during the quiet times when there's battles inside of your head, I hope that you can take the time to realize what I did, which is when you fully surrender to Christ, you can have faith that He's got a plan for your life. And if it involves a lot of pain, that's awesome. That just means that you're going to be a really, really interesting person, because that's going to make you into a better version of yourself. So that's kind of my testimony, my experience coming back into my faith, coming into submission and into surrender. It's so hard because it's so worth it. I don't know who this is for. I just felt like I needed to make it. And if you don't feel that it's for you, sorry. I hope you are kind to yourself today.